What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsYJr. Here with the Black Boss Channel and Victor Formation. We have a special guest in the building today, Mr. Ryan Peppins, recent Grambling State commit. Ryan, how's it going, man?
It's going good. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, man. I cannot complain. I'm even better after watching your highlight tape, bro. I'm gonna just put it out there. You are the most electric player I've seen going to a SWAC school this fall. I'm gonna just put it out there. If you haven't seen, go just to Google, YouTube, whatever. Type in Ryan Peppins, and the rest will do. You'll see what I'm talking about. Ryan, just I want to ask you, man, when you're out there on the football field making some of those plays, what kind of is going through your head when you're able to go out there and make the plays you do on the football field?
Every time I see the field, I just like I've been saying this. I feel like I'm a gorilla, like I can't be stopped. But the reason I go out there is just because everything that's going on in the world. You want to make a change. People say people too small to play football, so I'm just trying to make that change in this world. Like it don't matter what size you are, just go out there and ball.
Absolutely, man. Hey, and you definitely go out there and ball. Now, Ryan, when did you first start playing ball? Who was somebody that introduced you to football, and when did you first actually start playing?
My dad introduced me to football. I think I started playing when I was 4 or 5. Yes, sir.
And when did you realize, or when did you or coaches or your father, when did you guys realize that, hey, you're pretty good at this football thing?
When I was like 6.
So it didn't take long. It didn't take long. What was it about your game early on that you were kind of stood out from the rest of the kids out there on the field?
Speed.
Speed. So you've always been fast like that.
Yes, sir. And the way I can, actually, my dad taught me how to change hands when I was young. So I used to take cones up and just have me practicing juking. And I remember when I was younger, I would just be bored. So I just put clothes or shoes lined up and I just be juking to change his hands. So that's just naturally to me as I grew up, football was just there.
And you were able to do that like crazy, man. I mean, let's talk about your high school experience. You're at your high school down there in Alabama, and you win Mr. Football back-to-back years. Your junior, senior year, you kind of go crazy. But before that, what was it like going into high school? Did you know what high school you wanted to go to, and when did you when did you get your first starting reps on varsity?
That's crazy. You're asking me that, but when I got in Thompson in the 8th grade. Yeah, I got in Thompson 8th grade, going into 9th grade, going into high school. I did ninth grade ball, and I really felt like I was gonna be the man in high school. Then I went up to varsity, and then Coach Freeman, it was a playoff game. Coach Freeman said, "I'm gonna get you. You are gonna start this game. You are gonna get
Wow.
first jet sweep." And I got a jet sweep to the left, but I didn't get. I got like 7 to 8 yards, but I was a freshman, so I ain't getting that many playing times. And he put me in one drive, and I scored. And then on everybody out there said he gonna be the truth as you grow and be a high school player.
And so even as a freshman, you was getting varsity reps, and you're not the biggest kid, man. Like you're not, especially. So I can't.
My freshman year, I was 128.
128 out there in varsity in Alabama, man. So like, who were some of the big dogs or some of the good players that you played against during your high school career?
George Pickens. That was my freshman year.
Wow.
Armani Goodwin, Sean, Javari. I forgot his last name, but Javari. She played at Auburn. Paul Tyson. Talia was on my team. Talia on my side. Let me see. Jeremiah was on my team. Justin Finkley, Amari Kelly, Hoover.
So some studs. You was out there balling against some studs, man. Yeah. So when did recruiting? Who was your first kind of like schools get interested into you, and when did the recruiting start to pick up?
The summer of junior year. After my junior season, sophomore year, it was a breakout. But my state game, I didn't catch a ball. That game made me, because I was just like, after that game, I just went in the lab and didn't worry about what nobody said. I just went work. And then my junior year, I had a whole breakout season. So that was my junior year. And I think the first offer I had was EKU. And then from there, it just started growing and growing and growing. Then my breakout season again was my senior year. And then my senior year, just after my first 2 games, took off. It just got
wow. Started. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ryan, your junior year, correct me if I'm wrong, you had like roughly like 1,800 receiving yards and 18 touchdowns, correct? Is it something like that?
Yes, sir. I had 19 touchdowns.
19 touchdowns. Okay. Oof.
This year I had 23.
23 touchdowns down there at Thompson in Alabama. Now, you chose to go to Utah. What was it about Utah originally that made you kind of decide that was somewhere you thought you might want to play?
When I went down there, just the program is just, it's beautiful down there. It's just the environment, it's Pac-12, Utah. Coaches felt like, they did what they needed to do, but it's just, life changes. You do what you got to do to make it for the better. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Now, before we get into Grambling, I want to talk to you about winning Mr. Football in the state of Alabama. Now, Alabama's got a lot of really good football players. What did it feel like for you and for your high school? I don't think anybody from your high school had ever won before, if I'm not correct. What would it feel like to win?
It's I didn't even want to go to the ceremony.
You didn't want to go? What, you didn't think you was gonna win? Why not? What?
I didn't even know I was like, because let me just say, when I was coach, I think my dad told me, Coach Freeman wants you to go. I said, I don't want to go. But I was down there. I was just, just in, not even into. And I got 70 back of the year, and I was like, okay, it's okay. And then he was like, we can do Mr. Football. So me and my friend Evan Smith, I remember this. It was like, who you think? I think Earl was gonna win it. I want my boy to win. And then they were just talking. While I was talking about who was gonna win, he called my name. And I was like, what? I really just won Mr. Football. I was surprised myself. So yeah, that was a blessing. That's a blessing from God, Yeah.
What was your family like? What was your pops like? I mean, all that work, juking around the clothes, juking around the cones, it paid off not only with the scholarship offers, but to be named essentially the best player in the state of Alabama.
My dad told my mama who was driving down there, because I was like, I didn't want to go. And then my dad said, don't be surprised if you win Mr. Football. And he was just saying that, like, he didn't even know, but it's what it is. So.
Man, that's pretty crazy. So you actually didn't know that you was going to win heading, because a lot of times players know that they're going to win these things before they get there. You had no idea.
No, sir.
Dang, that is pretty crazy. Once again, we're talking to Ryan Peppins. He's headed off to Grambling. Now, Ryan, when you decide to enter the transfer portal from Utah, when did Grambling get involved? Who was the first person from Grambling to kind of contact you, and what was that like?
Coach Hue. Coach
Hue. What was that like?
Coach Jackson was the first one to ever call me. I think, the first person from Grambling ever called me. Time I hit the portal, like 3 days. And the conversation I had with Coach Jackson is just, he's trying to make a change. And I honestly, the guy really see that he's trying to make a change in the HBCU culture. And, with Coach, I'm not going to call him DM, but Coach Sanders doing down there in Jackson State, is just he doing a beautiful thing, making a new program. So what's not bad for Coach Jackson to make a big program in HBCU. So, yeah, I believe he's going to do that, and I see him doing this. So, yes, sir.
Absolutely. Now, did you know anything about Grambling before they called you, or kind of did you expect Grambling or Coach Jackson to call you? What was that like?
I didn't expect no HBCU to call me. Like, my crazy head was thinking that I was above, but I had to think, like, it don't matter where you go out there and ball, it's God's plan. It's not just, he put you in situations where he make you think and he make you mature too. So me at 17 years old, leaving Alabama to go to Utah made me mature a lot more than, just think more about my situations and the decisions I make. So, Grambling, I didn't know anything about Grambling, but now I do. So, Coach Jackson, thank you.
Hey, man, that is awesome to hear. That's awesome because, like you said, man, you're still young, man, and you learn a lot of things, and you're going to continue to learn. But to get this opportunity to play at Grambling, I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to be an amazing experience. Have you been able to get down to Grambling yet and check out the campus at all?
Yes, I did.
What was that visit like?
Oh, it's just I told my parents this on the way back, and I told Coach Jackson that was the best visit I've ever been on. Wow. It's not just about the facilities, it's not just about football, it's about the relationship. Like me, I was clicking with the coaches that I just met. I just, like I've been knowing them for years. It's like that's just how sit down to eat, talk about who better, LeBron or Michael Jordan. Another visit. Every other visit was just a business. So Yeah, Coach Jackson, he's just like a father to me. You know, he's like another father to me, and just it's time for Coach Simon, all the coaches that I met down there. It's just we like family now, so it's time to go win. It's time to go ball.
Absolutely. Now, you spoke a little bit about the HBCU experience in some of the things that are taking place, not just with Coach Hue Jackson, but Coach Prime down at Jackson State and all the other ones across the SWAC and the MEAC and other HBCUs. But what is it going to mean to you to be able to put on a Grambling jersey, to go out there and represent an HBCU? And I mean, trust me, to score a bunch of touchdowns wearing that jersey and wearing that helmet.
It means it's gonna mean a lot, and I promise you, like, this story that's gonna happen at HBCU now is just gonna be amazing, because a lot of kids gonna go to HBCUs after me, and I already know I'm gonna make a change in the SWAC.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. If you haven't noticed, Ryan is my favorite prospect going to any school. I mean, I know there's like probably some prospects that are ranked higher than you, but as far as what I'm expecting and what I like, your highlight tape's my favorite. I've already told you that. But as far as any incoming freshman to any SWAC school, any player at this HBCU level, I think you can make an instant impact. For those who haven't seen you play, Ryan, how would you describe the way you play football?
I don't even know. It's just in the game. I can't tell. I don't know. I have to think and strategize a lot, but I can just tell I'm fast, I'm quick, I'm smart. I study the game. I put God first when I'm on the field, so he always first whenever you do. So he changed things. I might not can be able to jump over a 6'6" player, but in God's saying I might can jump over a 6'3". Yes, sir.
Now, do you have, who are some of like your favorite football players, whether it's college or NFL, or maybe someone that you maybe model your game after?
Okay, this is Tavon Austin.
Hey, Dad, ain't that old. Tavon was one of my favorites growing up. Hey, Tavon's a beast.
Tavon Austin. Did watch DeAnthony Thomas.
DeAnthony Thomas was a dog.
Let me see. Yeah, Tavon Austin, top 3. Tavon Austin, DeAnthony Thomas. Reggie Bush.
Hey, that's a good top 3, man. Hey, if you can emulate any of those guys for Grambling, trust me, the Graham fam will be happy about having any of those type of players on their side. Once again, we're talking to Ryan Peppins. He is headed to Grambling to play for Coach Hue Jackson. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Now, Ryan, I see, man, you're on the YouTube grind too. You putting out some vlogs, high quality vlogs, by the way. I mean, you got a dope whoever's on the production team for the Ryan Peppins show and your highlights. That's really cool. What kind of came? How'd that kind of come about? You wanting to put out some vlogs, following yourself throughout your high school journey?
I saw JC Horn, his little episode. Thought about it, like, people doubt me. They say I'm too small. I can't go to their schools and stuff, And it's just, me growing up, I used to always play in Birmingham, Little League football, and me seeing kids grow up without a father, seeing kids, not have what I have. It's just a different taste in my mouth. So I tried to make a change. I'm gonna go on YouTube and tell people, like, I really want to be a mentor to the kids that's looking up to me. I want them to go look at my videos and be like, oh, Ryan did work. Oh, Ryan did do this. I just want to show them the real me, and I just want to, just have that story. Like, this, the people say I was too small here. Watch how I grow and watch how I play as I grow up. So, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, kudos to you for that, man, because it really is inspirational. And when you get a chance, check out his YouTube page, check out his vlogs. He's really, letting the world know like what he's doing, how he's grinding, and how is that something you plan to continue during college?
Yes, sir. I already talked to Coach. Yes, sir, I did.
And so they're all good with the production and everything like that. Who kind of helps you with the production and stuff like that?
Raja TV, shout out Raja TV. He does everything and edits for me and everything. But right now, I'm writing me a movie. I ain't gonna lie. And by the time I'm done with college, but I'm writing me a movie right now.
And so, what do you mean by that? Like, you're writing a movie? How's that going?
It's good. It's like from where I started from, all the way to when I graduated college. Graduated to go to college. That's gonna be. I'm already in the beginning, but I don't know if I want to end it when I transfer or when I go to the NFL, because NFL gonna be a whole nother story. So yes.
I'm gonna be tuned in, man. I'm gonna be following that journey for sure, and be sure to tap into all of that. Now, Ryan, it sounds like you're really big in your faith, man. Where does that come from, as far as like putting God first and things like that when you go out in the field and making that happen?
I mean, when I was younger, my parents always put just like when this is the thing with Christmas, they should be like, Jesus allows y'all to get y'all stuff, and I used to just be like, oh, Jesus brings our stuff. Oh, that's how I was just so big on Jesus. It's just, I'm a big, that's one of my biggest fans. That's one of my biggest fans. I can't do none of this without him. So, my faith is just big. I keep him first.
Absolutely. Amen. Amen to that, man. Amen to that. Once again, we're talking to Ryan Peppins, Grambling State Committee. He is going to Grambling. He's going to be lighting up the school board. Now, has Coach Hue Jackson, Coach Simon, have they kind of told you how they plan on using you, and how did that sound when they talked about you incorporating you into their offense?
Yes, sir. It sounded good. I don't want to speak too much.
That's good enough, man. That's good enough. Now, when you get to college, obviously, football is going to be a big thing. You're going to be doing your thing as far as filming your vlogs and stuff. But what do you plan on, like, as far as majoring in? Or have you ever thought about that? What you want to do as far as in the classroom?
Communication, sports, broadcast. I want to be on TV. Whatever I do, I want to be on TV. Yes, sir. I want to be on TV.
Okay. Would you? So, is it besides football? Is there a sport that you like talking about or actually like watching outside of just football?
I used to be better in baseball than I was in football.
Wow.
It's just the game. The game was boring. Throwing balls. Bored. Like, I need a fast paced game that's going. Let's go. But baseball. I like baseball. Yes, sir.
Oh, hey, Ryan, you still there?
Yes. Yeah,
okay, my bad. My connection got kind of bad. We got some bad weather over here. But do you have a favorite baseball team?
No.
I
used to like the Atlanta Braves, but I ain't got no baseball team.
Man, Atlanta Braves ain't a bad team to have, man. They just brought home a World Series, man. You might want
to. I ain't really on no baseball fan, but I watch it though. I like baseball.
I got you though. Well, Ryan, I'll get you out of here on this, man. I know the Grand Fam, they'll be excited about seeing you. Just if you have a message to the Grand Fam of what Ryan is going to bring to Grambling starting this fall, the floor is yours, my friend. Go ahead and let them know, what you got to say.
It's all about the G. Let's work. I'm gonna bring a SWAC home.
I love it, man. I love it. Once again, this is Ryan Peppins. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Take some time out your day. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out, and we will